28. Your book? Do you mean Yojimbo's Japanese-English dictionary? Aln Mndlshn asked. That is the only book I ever wrote, Clarence Yojimbo said. It explains, step by step, how to observe and even visit other planes of existence. But you said that following the instructions in the book was wrong, I said. It was wrong if you read the book backwards, noting only the second word in English in each entry, Clarence Yojimbo said. That was the idea of that so-called scholar, Rodney Rubinstein. The right way to read the book is front to back, using the key. Then you get the instructions in interplanar existential communication. Good Lord, how I admire this man, Samuel Clegg said. The key? Aln Mndlshn and I asked. The key that comes with the book. Didn't you sell them a copy of the key with the book? Said Clarence Yojimbo asked Samuel Clegg. I never heard of the key, Samuel Clegg said. All I ever saw was the dictionary. That's all that Mr. Rubinstein sold me, along with the course in hyperstellar archaeology. Well, you've got to have a key, otherwise the book is no good, Clarence Yojimbo said. Where can we get a key? Aln Mndlshn asked. It just so happens I've got one with me, Clarence Yojimbo said. I'd really like to give it to you, but they're very expensive to produce. The Laughing Alligator brothers and I have expenses to meet, you see. I mean, even a Venusian needs money to get around. There's no gas for the motorcycles and food and all sorts of things. Could you sell us the key? Aln Mndlshn asked. Well, yes, Clarence Yojimbo said. That hadn't occurred to me. I mean, I'm really interested in your developing your powers to their highest potential, but that would be the best way. How much would you want for the key? I asked. There is something strangely familiar about all this. Let's see, Clarence Yojimbo said. The last time I sold a copy of the key, it was to Rodney Rubinstein. I charged him, now let me see. Clarence Yojimbo took a little notebook out of his jacket pocket and thumbed through it. Ah, here it is. I sold him the dictionary and the key for $6,000. We could never pay $6,000, I said. Of course not, Clarence Yojimbo said, and this is entirely different. All I want from you boys is enough for the Laughing Alligators and me to get to New York City. You probably didn't know that we've got a folks singing group. We sing Venusian and Waka Wakian folk songs, and we've got an offer to do a week at a folk club in New York. All we need is, let me see. He dug a pencil out of his pocket and did some figuring in his notebook. $142.50. How does that sound? Like 6,000, I said. Really, I couldn't do it for a penny less, Clarence Yojimbo said. What's more, we have to start out tomorrow if we're going to get to New York on time. I was planning to go back to the sixth existential plane of Venus tonight and see if I could borrow the money from my brother, but I really don't want to, with the snowstorm and all. Besides, my brother is mad at me because I haven't paid him back the money I borrowed for the motorcycles. I just don't know where we'll get $142.50, I said. My comic collection is worth a lot more than that, Aln Mndlshn said, but I don't know where I could sell it fast. William Lloyd Floyd at Moxie's bookstore buys comics, Samuel Clegg said. Maybe he'd be willing to make a fast deal. I'll tell you what, Clarence Yojimbo said. I'll take a chance. I won't go to the sixth existential plane of Venus tonight. Instead, I'll wait until tomorrow and meet you here at 2 o'clock sharp. Then, if you've been able to raise the money, we'll leave for New York straight from here. If you can't do it, I'll go see my brother, and we'll have a break. We'll just have to break the speed laws to get to New York City the following day. Fair enough? We said we guessed so. Okay, we'll meet tomorrow, Clarence Yojimbo said. Now, I've got to go and rehearse with the Laughing Alligators. He headed for the door. Waka waka, he said. Waka waka, we all replied.